Earlier this year, I took you guys along my journey of applying and beginning to teach on OutSchool.
Really quick, it is Saturday, May 9th. After a month of it sitting in my inbox, I am finally going to finish my OutSchool application.
And now, less than 7 weeks later, I hit the milestone of 50 classes taught on the platform. Today, I want to share everything from the biggest lessons I've learned so far to my current payout teaching online. For those who may be new here, OutSchool is an online teaching platform that lets you teach personally designed classes on a personally designed schedule. You can teach literally anything you want. Basic classes like math or reading, or more unique courses like baking rainbow cupcakes or improving your Fortnite skills. For anyone interested in applying, I did document my entire process of getting on this platform. I'll place a link up above in the cards if you want to see exactly how it went for me. And Google Slides presentation for my very first OutSchool class. I am so excited. But over the last several weeks, I've been creating classes, experimenting with schedules, and just finding my groove when it comes to this form of online teaching. Today's video is also brought to you by Skillshare. With thousands of online classes, Skillshare can help you improve your professional skill set, start that side hustle, pursue a passion project, and so much more. To get 2 free months of unlimited classes on Skillshare, click the link down below in the description box. There are no commitments and you guys can cancel at any time. But without any further ado, let's get into everything I've learned in the last 50 classes taught on OutSchool. So, 50 classes on OutSchool. This is something I honestly didn't think I would hit this early in my online teaching career, especially on this platform. I started OutSchool honestly as an additional source of income. I had heard about it and thought about applying back in March of 2020 and didn't end up doing it until late April, early May. So to hit 50 now in such a short amount of time was really surprising, but honestly, I have loved the opportunity to just sit, design my own classes, and now that I've done it for a few weeks, I kind of have an idea of how different things will work on the platform, what parents are looking for, what students are enjoying in my classes. I'm now doing podcast interviews, I'm writing various guides for you guys to help other teachers, and I'm still honestly continuing to learn how OutSchool works as its own platform separate from ESL. I have done online English tutoring for the last 2.5 years, so this was kind of a breath of fresh air, something totally new, and something that let me create my own courses and my own structure, as opposed to with teaching English, you are given the slides and a 25-minute set amount of time to teach everything. So long story short, started OutSchool because I didn't know what was going to happen. 2020 is a hot mess, so I figured why not add an additional income stream, and I'm very happy to report that it has gone well so far. And of course, money, what you guys probably came to get information on anyway. This job has resulted in us being able to put more money into savings funds. Right now, we have a savings fund for a future car, home renovation, and then paying extra on our mortgage each and every month. We've also been able to put money aside into just emergency funds. So if certain things come up that are unexpected, as emergencies usually are, we now have a fund strictly for emergencies, whether it be a car, something with doctors, whatever it is, we have an emergency fund set up. And then this year we were actually able to donate to various charities that my husband and I are interested in giving money to, especially once again, in the crappy year that is 2020. But before I share what I've learned here on OutSchool, I wanted to let any aspiring teachers know that if you are starting your OutSchool journey and you are looking for a way to create your own courses and just find inspiration, I have created a OutSchool course creation guide to help educators design their own class offerings. Down below in the description box is my mailing list. Just enter your email there and then my guide will be sent straight to your inbox. And of course, because you guys are always asking, everything I use in both my brick and mortar classroom and my online classrooms is also listed down below in the description box, none of which are sponsored. I just honestly use them each and every day, from the camera I use, my lesson planner, my water bottle, coffee, whatever it is. If I'm using it, it is listed down below in the description box. But without any further ado, here are the top things I've learned in my first 50 classes as an OutSchool teacher. Number 1 is a good one, and it is to remember that it is a marathon, not a sprint. When you are getting started here, you don't need 30 perfectly crafted courses before listing them on OutSchool. When I was first hired, I made 3 to 4 classes, and I waited to see which ones got likes by the parents, which ones were being well attended by learners, and then from there, I I added a different class every week to 10 days. I would just get an idea. I had a little notebook and I thought, this would be good. Kids really liked that scene acting class. Let me add a different spin on that class in an additional course. And then at the end of certain classes, I let the kids tell me what they thought would be a good spin-off class, what else they would find interesting. And honestly, some of my most attended classes on OutSchool are ones that the parents and the learners have suggested that I add. So listening to them, at the end of the day, they really are the customer and you, the teacher, are the provider. It is your content and personality they are paying for. So just ask your client what they are interested in having on the platform. That worked for me, and I saw a lot of great success, especially in enrollment when I asked them what they wanted to see on OutSchool. I also made notes on here to practice your pacing. If a class is 25 minutes, make sure you have enough material to cover for that amount of time. Make sure that you do practice pacing. I would make sure I had like 2 emergency slides in case we got through things quickly and I wanted to reiterate some things before asking for feedback and question and answer sessions. So practice your pacing is also super important. And then I already talked about this, but ask what learners are interested in during the class. The next thing I wrote here was for ask for feedback from the learners. Set aside a few minutes to make sure all questions get answered, and then once again ask them what they liked about the course, what they would change about the course. Kids these days really like to feel involved. They don't want it to just be, I'm the student, so I listen to just the teacher. I like to ask them, what did you think? What feedback do you have? It really helps them feel included in the class, and it also really helps your re-enrollment rate. A lot of kids I've seen these days, I've had in 3 or 4 different classes, and I have to guess that it's because they feel included. They feel like it is a conversation. When I ask them for their feedback, they feel safe and comfortable letting me know what worked and what could be done differently. Number 3 is something I'm constantly working on, and it is to remember your work-life balance. Take breaks, take days off. There are days that I specifically know I am not going to teach. Right now, unless it is a special occasion, I don't teach on Fridays. I teach Monday through Thursday. I have morning hours between like 9:30 and 11:30, and then afternoon between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. Those are my set times. I didn't start that way, but over time, as I was adding classes and trying to get my groove going in a weekly consistent schedule, that is what I go to. But every once in a while, if something comes up and I can't work a Monday afternoon or a Thursday morning, I will reschedule those classes for a Friday morning, but I know my work-life balance. I have taught absolutely 0 weekends so far, 1 or 2 Fridays, but know what works for you. I do not have kids, so I know for me, I can work the morning and afternoon hours. So bottom line is know your limits and focus on your work-life balance. Number 4 is to take criticism as an opportunity to grow. It's important to remember that everybody here has an opinion, but at the end of the day, you are the product that you're selling. So take the feedback with a grain of salt. If somebody said something went well, take it as a compliment. If they have not nice things to say, spin the words to be a way to constructively criticize and improve upon your product, which again is yourself. When I first started, I had all the notifications turned on, so I would see if a bad rating came in, and I would always check right before I taught, which was my mistake. And the first few times I got bad reviews, it really did feel like a punch to the gut, and I didn't go teach as well. So now I know that I turn off all email notifications, and before I'm done teaching for the day, before I close up shop, I will go in and check the ratings, the reviews, and the parent messages. That way it doesn't impact the kids that I'm going to go teach in the future. I wait till the end of the day and make it, the last thing I do in my workday. And last on my list is to remember that you are always a work in progress. Never stop learning, never stop growing. You could think you have a perfect set of 50 classes and then a week later have a great idea. Go make that 51st class. Continue to learn and grow. Learn from the classes you teach, learn from the learners in that class, and the feedback you get from parents. If they keep saying something's coming up in your class, film yourself or watch back the tape on the OutSchool platform. Watch yourself, no matter how awkward that is for you, just seeing what you're doing in class. Are you saying a lot? Are you having a lot of awkward silence? Are you keeping them structured? Are you asking for a question and answer session at the end of the class? Just continue refining your craft and making yourself the best product you can be. And of course, something my husband has been trying to instill in me this year, take pride in what you're doing. Yes, money is important. Yes, we need it to live a certain lifestyle that we are striving for and pay our bills and put food on our table. But at the end of the day, remember to take pride in your work, especially as a teacher. We are crafting the minds of tomorrow. These kids are the future. So take pride in what you're doing. I promise you it will stick out to the learners and their parents. You know, teacher Kristen taught that music class and she was so excited and so proud of it. She must really take pride in what she does. It's something I'm working on this year myself, and I strongly recommend you do the same. And money-wise, I've earned over $7,600 in the short time I've been with OutSchool. In future videos, I plan to share how I'm making the most of this extra income in terms of saving and paying things off as I'm able to. Thank you guys so much for checking out this week's video. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for each and every future video that comes out on this channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.